Hello, everybody. Good morning. It's Trixie. Welcome to the Underground. Happy Labor Day weekend. Thank God I'm on vacation. I can't take another day of work. My boss made me work yesterday. I never work on Sundays. Sunday's my day of rest. But it's like Tri-County. It's fair season. It's home show season. It's killing me. So it was kind of slow and very, very hot. And they have, you know what they do with those fairs? They have the tractor pulls. So all this black smoke was coming in the barn. I couldn't breathe. I was choking. But I did very well. That's why he wouldn't let me leave. He's like, it's like putting Michael Jordan on the bench. I did sneak in because I go there really early. I'm very anal about getting there early because of traffic and all that. So I went in the barn to see all the animals. And I'm in love with those alpacas. I swear, I was petting one. She brought one in and we were all petting him. The thing almost laid down because it was so comfortable. All these women's hands were all over it. But I used to date somebody that looked like an alpaca. I mean, not really, but like the top of the head, you know, like white and just the same hair. But they're so cute. I love them. I want one. I thought I wanted an elephant, but now I think I want an alpaca. So just like, well, I'm going to just go on and on because I got so much to do. Look at all these cards I got to get through. Some people are saying you're going too fast. Some people are saying, it's too long of a show. Some people are saying it's too short. I can't please you people. A former Massachusetts resident, you know how I give this Massachusetts stuff, is going to prison for using over $660,000 in COVID pandemic relief funding to help finance an alpaca farm. I can understand why he wanted an alpaca farm. I don't know, there's something about them when you look at them, they're so cute. In Vermont, okay? He owned a pizza place, and then, they had the loans for people with COVID, which was pretty good. I think, didn't Trump do that? I hate to give him credit, but I think he actually did that. The PPP loans. So a 59-year-old Dana McIntyre of Grafton, Vermont, sentenced to 2 years in prison. I mean, you got to be so greedy. Can't you just start the alpaca farm by not being greedy and a thief? I don't get how these people do these things, It's like you can have the alpaca farm, you just can't steal from people. A statement from the special agent for the FBI in Boston said Dana McIntyre capitalized on a national catastrophe and stole hundreds of thousands of dollars from a limited pool of money set aside to help struggling businesses to buy a farm, stock it with alpacas. I'm sorry, that's funny. And make a fresh start for himself in Vermont, where there's only trees. Do you guys ever go to Vermont? It's all trees. There's no people. People that live in Vermont don't like people. They just like trees. So this is what Labor Day makes me think of up here in the Northeast. You know the place to be? The place to be in the Northeast is New York this weekend. The U.S. Open, I'm like, this is when I stay up late and get no sleep. I watched Ons Jabeur. I'm in love with her. I don't know why I like her so much, but she made 50 drop shots. And she had a respiratory, a lung infection. And then her opponent, I swear, I respected her. Maria Butskova, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Czechoslovakian, forgive me. She injured her groin. So she didn't have legs, and the other one didn't have lungs. So Ons is different. She's a little short. She reminds me of Arantxa Sanchez Vicario, but she's from Tunisia, so she's an Arab woman. She's number 5 in the world, and her husband follows her around, which I think is funny because she's Arab. So I like that. I like things that are different. So you should have seen them going back and forth. But that Butskova, however you pronounce her name, she got my respect because she was no legs, couldn't really move, but she was getting them back and forth. I mean, it must be tough playing an injured player. With me, I just want to kill her. I don't care if someone's injured. I'm going to go in for the kill. I like leaving people with no will to live. But Ons ended up winning. I saw Djokovic last night. It was really not too much of it was 3 straight sets, but I really loved the U.S. Open. I remember going there when I was on the air. It was in 2001, right before the World Trade Center, right before September 11th. I went with my girlfriend at the time, and then you guys know my friends, the way I talk about them, the one that had the blow-up doll, and then the other one who tried to set me up with a Satanist. So we're driving up. I swear he was going 110 miles an hour, and my friend who set me up with the Satanist was throwing up outside the window. So yeah, he couldn't handle it. So we get there, and they were sold out, okay? So one guy, I don't know, he gave a ticket to my girlfriend at the time, and then so there's 4 of us. We couldn't get in with one ticket. I don't know how we got in, but we got in. we snuck in or something. Something happened, but we were in there. So the U.S. Open is different. Like, I remember going there in a bus when I was young, and someone told me if you give the usher $20, you get a closed seat, but you can't go to the bathroom. So I must have like maybe used $80 because I have to go to the bathroom. But I really love the U.S. Open, especially at night. I've seen all the great players, Monica Seles and Boris Becker, and I loved it. Pete Sampras, I remember Pete Sampras throwing up because I think everybody saw him throw up. He was always throwing up. But I love this weekend. And then Electric Zoo and Randall Island. So let me tell you about that. I was with my friend, the doctor, and it was so muddy. It was so bad, but it was raining, but we still had fun because it was like 6 different stages, and we got to see Zed and Danny Tenaglia and Claude Von Stroke and all those great DJs. Just, it was such a warm kind of feeling, and people treated us good even though we were ancient. People were saying, geez, I hope I'm like you when we're old. Great. I love it when people say that. So we're getting back, we leave, and we're getting on the bus because you have to take a bus there. And there was no windshield wipers. Okay, this is New York. So, of course, the bus driver's driving. He's like this, wiping it with his hand. I thought we were going to die. So I said, John, I'm going to sleep in case we die. I don't care. I don't want to be awake when we die. I just fell asleep. I did. I was able to sleep. I didn't want to watch it as he was driving the bus when it was pouring out with mud all over the windshield, and he's wiping it with his hand. And then when we get back, my friend tries to get in the wrong Uber. Every time, I swear, every time we were there, he was like getting in the wrong car. It was very funny. All right, enough with the personal stuff. And like I'm halfway done with this. Can you believe this? Wait, one more personal thing. One time we went to the Yale Bowl Pilot Pen tournament, and it was a tennis tournament at the Yale University, and we were climbing all the way to the top. Okay, and we were dying. It was like 90 degrees, and we were both like ex-alcoholics. We don't drink anymore. So we get to the top and we're sitting down, and all of a sudden we look in front of us, and it was a cooler. Okay, so we were like, oh, thank God we're going to get water. We opened it up. It was Bud or Bud Light. I don't know which one. I'm like, ugh, I can't stand beer. Never tried a beer in my life. Never will. But we both couldn't drink. So it was very funny. I thought it was funny. You know, just we're dying, and that's all we can drink, but we didn't do it. We didn't cave. Okay. Let me get on with it. In a study on longevity in women, now you know how nobody studies women, researchers from the University of California, San Diego they studied data from like 1,000 women. And in order to reach 90, 95, or 100, or exceptional longevity, older women who kept their weight stable may live to be, maybe they're 1 to 2 times more likely to reach 90 to 100. I'm not sure I want to be a centenarian. I mean, it's a good thing to leap for, but my mom's 86 and she still looks good. But like, I guess I would say if I have my teeth, I'm healthy, maybe I'll go for it. But they say unintentional weight loss was associated with a decrease in reaching 90. I mean, geez, I think if I reach 80, I'll be okay. I don't know. I might get bored by then. 10 signs you've had a miserable childhood. Uh-oh. I think I fit like a couple of these. Trouble connecting with others. I'm good. Trust issues. Ding, 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 ding. Interpreting mundane things negatively. No, I think I'm pretty good. Constant anxiety. I kind of have anxiety. That's from my mother. Low self-confidence. Criticized as a kid. Were you criticized? I think I was pretty good there. I think my father would always say when I brought home my report card, yeah, B's like a B+, so I don't think I'm there. Feel a need to control everything. Oh, I kind of have that. I'm a control, but not in my relationships. I'm very controlling at work, but I think I'm a wimp when it comes to women. Fear of abandonment, like you're clingy. I've seen clingy people, but I don't really have a fear of abandonment. Overly responsible for everything. You know, I do have that world on my shoulders kind of thing. Oh, last night I saw this horrible story. Let me finish. Hyper vigilant all the time. You suppress your emotions. That is not me. I'm constantly all over the place. But last night I saw this horrible story about an abandoned horse. I could not sleep. I fell asleep for a little bit, but I couldn't get that horse off my mind. I can't believe how bad people are. The hoofs grew like, I don't know, a lot of feet. The thing, I don't know how it was curled. It was so bad. But it got rescued. But like, I think it lived like a few weeks. They cut the hoofs off and like he could walk again. But it showed the woman like hugging him in the grass and then he was eating. So at least he died like with somebody who loved him. But bad people, there's got to be a hell. I believe in hell for these people. How can you do this to animals? I don't know. Federal authorities are probing 5,000 pilots suspected of withholding major health issues. Lovely. I'd love to hear about this. Thank God I'm not flying this year. So they can still fly planes. So these are probably like military vets or something. But that's kind of dangerous to like say, yeah, I'm like, I have these kind of panic attacks in the air. So yeah, I don't want that. They may have falsified medical records to hide they were earning benefits like disability. Well, that happens a lot. But yeah, excuse me, think of us. We're on the plane. And it's crazy enough with these people. Fox News alert. Fox News alert. You hear that, John? Fox News. A recent report from the International Air Transport Association states unruly passengers are rising. No kidding. I see the news all the time. Increasing by 47%. I think that, COVID got people crazy. And I think a lot of them had to do with wearing masks. Yeah, 4 reasons for banning people from flying. Stop it. This Megan on my wrist, it's telling me I'm in a loud environment. Okay, it's telling me I'm going deaf. Physically assaulting flight attendants. I would never want to be a flight attendant. It's tough. One woman hit a flight attendant for being told to put on her mask. See? She chipped her tooth. That would make me mad. You go after my teeth where there's a war. She got 15 months in federal prison. Good. Not following instructions from flight attendants. A man was kicked off a United Airlines flight for wearing women's underwear. What? What's wrong with this guy? Where did he get the women's underwear? He put it on a mask. I use it as a mask. I don't understand how he had the women's underwear. That's kind of like weird. So, attempting to open the emergency exit door. Okay, that reminds me of like airplane movies or something. I gotta get out of here. No. A deranged white male punched a flight attendant and then opened the emergency exit. That's nuts. He was later arrested and banned. Yeah, get these people off. I don't want to see them on the plane. I don't want to be flying with them on the plane. Skip lagging. What the heck is skip lagging? They said a customer buys a ticket and then doesn't complete the entire route. What do you mean? He jumps off in the parachute? I don't understand. Mitch McConnell froze again for the second time, unable to speak. I'm a little worried. I don't like Mitch McConnell, but, I don't want to see this. He might be getting just a little bit too old. Dianne Feinstein, same thing. She can't speak or she's rambling on. I mean, look, I don't want to be ageist or anything, but, it's got to do with not your age, but, if you can speak, you should be able to speak to be in the Congress. Hurricane Idalia, is that how you pronounce it? I don't know. A tree fell on Governor DeSantis' mansion. Bad news, he's okay. But it was a 100-year-old oak tree. Yeah, DeSantis, I don't like DeSantis. They booed him. His own people booed him in Florida when he was, because something happened. I don't know, black people were killed in there, and he went to some vigil, and they were like, get out of here. He pretends he likes black people now after he doesn't want us to study slavery. Not us, but people in Florida. Like slavery was good. A Delta flight approaching Atlanta from Milan. Did you see this? 14 people were injured. A guy carried off on a stretcher. It reminded me of Airplane again. Remember when they carried Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? When they were saying, your experience of flight turbulence, and they're dragging him. Oh my God, I just think of those airplane movies. It's so funny. It's like Flying the Unfriendly Skies. 11 people taken to the hospital. I mean, come on, this is not like make me want to get on a plane. A prison in Stillwater, Minnesota had a kind of revolt from the inmates. 100 inmates revolted and wouldn't go back to their cells. They said they're fed up. They want air conditioning. All right, I'm sorry, but look, I'm a liberal and all that, but they want access to showers. Yeah, they should be able to shower. And ice. These guys are murderers and they're worried about the heat. I mean, maybe they shouldn't commit the murder. I don't know. I feel a little bit of sympathy because you can die from heat, but maybe give them a fan or something. But they're very demanding. Not going back to my cell. A woman in Tennessee. Now, these are all the South, right? That's Minnesota, the Midwest. Tennessee gave birth alone in her cell. I have a problem with that. Okay? Hours after an LPN, okay? That's licensed practitioner nurse. And an RN checked her out. So these people should know what's going on. She's fine. All of a sudden, she shoots out a baby by herself. I'm sorry, but that's like unsanitary, disgusting. Fix that. Do not let... the blue moon? I was very upset over the blue moon. I thought the blue moon was blue. The blue moon was not blue. It was a little bright, close. I see it. I made a Mickey D's run in the middle of the night. Shh. Robert Withington of Trumbull. This is Connecticut. Connecticut news. Has been arrested 3 months after finding $5,000 in cash at a bank parking lot. Now, what would you do if you found $5,000? Now, If it had nothing in there, I might have taken it. But I guess it had. The police said it was marked with documents identifying the owner. So then you kind of like obligate. Plus, they have cameras everywhere. You got to watch it. He said he thought he hit the lottery. It's a Wonderful Life. Remember when that guy, the uncle, he left the money, the $5,000, and that guy in the wheelchair. I forget his name, but the awful guy that owned everything. Duke the dog leapt into a river where a puppy was swept away. Duke the dog, he's a hero. And then, he got the puppy, and now they're best friends. He follows them everywhere. I think that's beautiful. I love dogs. Why do I have a cat? I'm a dog person with a cat. Okay, a couple more. I know it's getting late. 1,100 criminal cases from January 6th. Joseph Biggs, former military. You see these former military, former cops. Lieutenant for the Proud Boys, again with the Proud Boys, sentenced to 17 years. Trump gets nothing. But all the people that I'm warning you guys, when you're following Trump, be careful. He's not getting punished for anything. I was arguing with a lawyer yesterday at work. He's like, hey, I'm like, okay, one person on the jury. I'm sorry. He's like, I'm sorry, I'm a traitor. No, I'm just saying that. But, basically, that's those people that I feel like they're traitors. I really do. Convicted of seditious conspiracy. Yeah, I just don't like these people. They're taking selfies, like proud of climbing the Capitol and wanting to hang Mike Pence. Listen, I don't like Mike Pence, but I don't want to hang the guy. Give me a break. The White House, we're going to leave it with this, something nice, because I might need a joint after this, even though I don't smoke. The White House is going to ease restrictions on pot. Well, Biden's trying to go for the younger people. The DEA, this is true, though. The DEA, the Health and Human Services are recommending that the DEA change classification. Yeah, it's Schedule 1 with heroin. Are you crazy or something? It's not like heroin or LSD. To a Schedule 5, Tylenol. Tylenol? You got Tylenol on there? I mean, it might be a little more, than Tylenol and codeine. But yeah, put it down. Put it down. All right, you guys, I'm gone. This is too much. Thank you for watching, listening, subscribe. It's free. You can email me anytime, TRIXXI'Podcast@gmail. Have a great Labor Day. See you next weekend. Okay, Megan. You can go back on my wrist. John, you're hysterical.